Hi everybody, Mischa here with Word of the Day, and there it is. Nuance. What does this noun nuance mean? A nuance is a very slight change that makes a big difference. It can be a difference in meaning, in content, in the taste of food, in the sound of music. It can really change things. One change. Now, if we cannot discern those nuances, especially when we're being fed information, we'll be victims of not understanding and seeing things in black and white that are actually nuanced. Okay, so where does it come from? It comes from French. We stole it from the French. Well, actually, Horace Walpole stole it from the French. Thank God. He deserves his own video. And some of his letters were published in 1781. And he would freely take a French word here, a French word there, and this is where we get nuance. And thank God, because we have no other word in English to describe this idea. I'm going to give you a real clear example of nuance so you know what I'm talking about here. Let's take America's favorite Thai dish, pad Thai. Real pad Thai has, probably about 10 ingredients. I'm just guessing here. Tamarind and preserved radish, palm sugar, fish paste, whole bunch of stuff. The first time I ever tasted pad Thai, I was in Thailand, and I had never tasted anything like it. It was amazing. I was so disappointed when I came back to the States because the pad Thai tasted so flat. And this is what happened. One single change will completely change the taste of pad Thai. And that one change, that's a nuance that is now gone. Suppose you take away the palm sugar and replace it with brown sugar and then up the amount. You flattened your pad Thai. What if you take out the radish? What if you change the tamarind and put in vinegar and ketchup instead? You have flattened your pad Thai. Every single one of these individual changes is a nuance that has been destroyed, okay, or has changed the pad Thai. You no longer have this wonderful complex of voices, I guess, in your food. The same thing is true of language. What if you have a sentence like this? Mary is a child. Very straightforward. But add one word. Mary is still a child. With that one word, you can talk about a child who is too young for, say, a book or a movie. Or you can talk about the lady at the office who is so immature that she wreaks havoc on everybody because Mary is still a child. Do you see what I mean? One small change, big change in meaning. So for my final example of this, listen to this. The disappointed losers went to court to prove that the election had been stolen. Compare that to this. The disappointed losers went to court proving that the election had been stolen. In the second case, you did it. You proved, just by going to court, you proved the election had been stolen. In the first case, you went there in order to prove that. And you know what? In over 60 cases, you never proved a damn thing. But everybody thinks you did because they're not picking up on the nuances here. Now, suppose you want to read something with some nuance to feed your heart, your soul, your brain. You might want to pick up some poetry like this. The Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam. My opinion, only get the Fitzgerald translation, because poetry and good manners are the pillows that soften the blows of life. And don't buy this book from the big boys. They're the ones that are beating us up. Instead, let us support booksellers, independent booksellers, by clicking above or below at bookshop.org/shop/word of the day, and you too can read about being beneath the bough with a jug of wine, a loaf of bread, and thou. I'll see you later.